Welcome back, folks. Today we're diving into a topic that might just blow your mind. We've all been told to keep our food fresh in the refrigerator, right? It's common sense, or so they want you to believe. But what if I told you that some of the most common foods we refrigerate are actually being ruined by those cold, dark shelves? You think you're keeping your food safe by refrigerating it? Think again. We're about to expose the shocking truth about which foods you should never ever put in your refrigerator. Let's start with a fan favorite, the tomato. That's right, folks, those juicy red orbs you've been diligently storing in your fridge, they're actually suffering in there. The cold air robs them of their flavor, turning them mealy and bland. You see, tomatoes are meant to ripen at room temperature where their natural sugars and acids can develop fully. So do yourself a favor and keep those tomatoes out of the fridge. Your taste buds will thank you. Next up, we've got bread, the staple of the American diet. You might think you're keeping it fresh in that plastic bag in the fridge, but the truth is, you're making it stale faster. The cold, dry air of the refrigerator sucks the moisture out of bread, turning it into a brick. Keep your bread in a cool, dry place, and it will stay fresh and delicious for days longer. Now let's talk potatoes. These humble spuds are a versatile ingredient, but they're also very sensitive to cold temperatures. When stored in the refrigerator, the starch in potatoes converts to sugar, giving them an unappetizingly sweet flavor and a grainy texture. Keep your potatoes in a cool, dark place and they'll stay firm and flavorful. Chapter 4. Onions under attack. Onions are another food that should never see the inside of your refrigerator. The cold, damp environment can make them mushy and moldy. Plus, onions have a strong odor that can permeate other foods in your fridge. Store your onions in a cool, dry place with good ventilation and they'll last for weeks. Chapter 5. Garlic's silent plea. Garlic, like onions, is a pungent ingredient that should be stored properly. The cold temperatures in your refrigerator can cause garlic to sprout and lose its flavor. It's best to store garlic in a cool, dark place with good air circulation. Chapter 6. The honey trap. Honey is a natural preservative and will last for years at room temperature. In fact, refrigerating honey can actually ruin its texture and flavor. The cold temperature causes the honey to crystallize, making it hard to use. Store your honey in a cool, dark place and it will stay smooth and delicious. Chapter 7. The coffee conspiracy. Coffee lovers, listen up. You might think you're preserving the flavor of your beans by storing them in the fridge, but the opposite is true. Coffee beans are porous and will absorb moisture and odors from the refrigerator, ruining their taste. Store your coffee beans in an airtight container at room temperature to keep them fresh and flavorful. Chapter 8. Avocados held hostage. Avocados are a delicious and healthy fruit, but they're also very delicate. The cold temperatures in your refrigerator can actually stop the ripening process, leaving you with hard, flavorless avocados. Store your avocados at room temperature until they're ripe, then you can transfer them to the refrigerator to slow down the ripening process. Chapter 9. The banana blackmail. Bananas are another fruit that should never be stored in the refrigerator. The cold temperatures can cause the skin to turn black and they can also slow down the ripening process. Keep your bananas at room temperature until they reach your desired ripeness. Chapter 10. Olive oil's cry for freedom. Finally, let's talk about olive oil. This heart-healthy oil is a kitchen staple, but it's important to store it properly. Refrigerating olive oil can cause it to solidify and lose its flavor. Store your olive oil in a cool, dark place away from heat and light. Outrow Reclaim Your Kitchen, there you have it, folks. 10 foods you should never refrigerate. The truth is, the food industry wants you to keep buying more even if it means your food goes bad faster. They profit off of your ignorance, but you're smarter than that. Keep these tips in mind and you'll be storing your food the right way, saving money and enjoying the full, delicious flavor of your favorite foods. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more eye-opening content.